7 years old, standing on gray Norwegian dock, grandfather pressing palm to dark water, listening for what lives below, the inheritance of mystery beginning here. 30 years later, magnetometer reading 3:47 a.m. The number that changes everything, solitary knowledge before the world becomes loud. Coffee cup untouched, porthole showing Ligurian darkness. The moment of accepting what understanding implies, the solitude before revelation. 7 people in briefing room, faces moving from confusion to disbelief to excitement, the collective confrontation with the extraordinary. ROV FOSS descending through blue-black column, lights creating visibility bubble, the technological intrusion into ancient silence. 41 meters, the corner emerging from silt, roofline visible beneath marine growth, the shock of manufactured geometry in natural depths. Rear quarter panel, prancing horse emblem corroded but present, the recognition of sacred automotive geometry in profane condition. Julia Fabry at archive window, 22 years of waiting ending, the vindication of preserved truth finally validated. Split screen, 1966 photograph.
Thank you for watching and supporting. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube for more incredible recovery missions. Today's mission was a success. The legendary Ferrari f355 recovered from
anchor line, entering the place with its own rules. The solemnity of approach and privilege of witness. Gloved hand pressed to encrusted roof. The inheritance of gesture across decades and depths, listening through touch. 3 divers working in coordinated silence, straps beneath chassis. The focused reverence of serious underwater work. Vehicle ascending through silt eruption, rising toward surface. The resurrection performed at speed of geological patience. Breaking surface in soft April rain, water sheeting from encrusted surfaces, the impossible made present and beautiful. Crew reactions as vehicle lowers to cradle, collective exhale, the private nature of collective triumph and completion. Conservation facility, Augusto Maielli seated before vehicle, 45 minutes of looking without speaking, the reverence of the restorer. Door panel stratification under examination, original red beneath mineral deposits, the geology of manufactured object made visible. Marine chemist applying stabilizing solution, the arrest of decay, the medical emergency of object care. Augusto alone with vehicle, the weight of determining historical fate, the burden of curatorial choice between restoration and preservation. Paint sample under microscope, layers visible as rock strata, the geology of human manufacture and temporal complexity. Digital calipers measuring door gap, verification against 1966 specifications. The confirmation of identity through precision. Automotive historian examining seized engine, recognition of ancestral architecture, the genetic precursor to 1994 power plant. Julia walking through archive stacks, pulling red leather binder, the treasure house of institutional memory made accessible. 1966 budget document, Typerton figures, the financial archaeology of innovation and money that made metal. Corrado Vitali, age 78, speaking final testimony, the persistence of traumatic memory across 53 years. Marin standing at modern guardrail, looking down at water, the pilgrimage to site of historical accident and transformation. Museum curator with
pressure check on the tanks, Lars.
Reading steady at 200 bar, Marin.
All right, bring the crane
lighting
around
designer
slowly.
adjusting LED array, creating atmosphere through photons. The technology of reverence in sacred space. Queue forming outside Ferrari Museum, 3 hours long by mid-morning. The surprise of institutional success and public pilgrimage. Visitor approaching through galleries, anticipation building, the choreography of museum experience and preparation for revelation. 10-year-old boy entering room, stopping abruptly, the power of first sight and unmediated wonder. Elderly man before vehicle, tears of recognition, the lived history of 1966 newspaper reports and witness time. Docent preparing to turn off lights, the return of object to solitude, the daily rhythm of public access and private existence. Prototype 7F in darkness, unlit silhouette. The object's existence independent of human witness and persistence without meaning. Marinello at night, museum as building, the institution as guardian and protective shell through darkness. Augusto's final inspection, walking around vehicle, the completion of custodianship and satisfaction of ethical.
Ogni volta che chiudo gli occhi, rivedo l'incidente. Non so quanto ancora potrò sopportarlo.
To exhibition and public possession. Installation team guiding vehicle onto platform, laser levels confirming alignment, the precision of permanent placement and forever. Completed exhibition, triangle of time, the material connection between 1966 loss and 1994 arrival made physical. Museum label, institutional voice framing meaning, the 50 words that contain 58 years of absence and return. School group visit, teacher translating object into curriculum, the pedagogical use of heritage as teaching tool. Photographer Chiara Brunn kneeling with medium format camera, the artistic documentation and search for definitive image. Print emerging in developer tray, image appearing in silver gelatin, the magic of analog process and physical creation. Light table with 300 contact sheets, the editorial burden of selecting representative image from many possible.
Thank you for watching and supporting. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube for more incredible recovery missions. Today's mission was a success. The legendary Ferrari F355 recovered from
Photograph to object, the recursion of representation and mediation of art, Ferrari factory exterior, smoke from testing engines, the industrial context of artisanal production and birthplace. 1966 lower workshop, basement space of secret assembly, the holy of holies where future was argued into being. Engineering director before chalkboard, authorizing Project 7F, the executive decision to experiment and innovate. Engineering drawing on vellum, hand-inked lines, the paper origin of metal reality and romance of technical drawing. Flatbed departing factory gate at dusk, secret movement beginning, the vulnerability of
Incredible. The bore spacing and cylinder heads confirm it. This is the F355's predecessor, right here.
This approach, detailed in the technical drawings, allows us to stabilize the structure,
force and
revealing its
elemental
true
violence.
form.
Corrado's face at moment of loss, shock, and helplessness, the terror of physics asserting priority over control. Truck rolling through barrier, prototype 7F breaking free, the violence of entry into water and transformation by element. Sinking through 80 meters, rotating slowly, the descent into alien environment and silence of arrival. Settling onto seabed, silt cloud clearing, the beginning of 58 years of waiting and becoming archaeology. Time lapse of first year, marine growth beginning, the transformation of automobile to reef ecosystem and unintended beauty. After 5 years, biological architecture established, the complete transformation and vehicle as habitat. After 20 years, mineral deposits creating concrete surface, the geological patience of decay and becoming landscape. After 40 years, approach of discovery, the secret intact but probability rising with improving technology. Julia at archive desk, 2009, finding development log.
Look, the emblem.
We found it! It's really the 7F.
We did it, everyone. We actually did it.
As you can see, the institutional support from the Ferrari letter is significant.
Yes, very well. We can proceed with the approval.
As you can see, the 1966 accident significantly damaged the fuselage, but the recovery effort taught
the
us
unknowing
valuable...
step toward destiny and blindness to future significance. Hakon Drift departing Oslo Harbor, 2,000-kilometer journey, the melancholy of departure and excitement of mission. Maren and galley, marking chart position, the ordinariness of approach masking approaching significance. Arrival at Ligurian coast, same water as 1966. The persistence of place.
Thank you for watching and supporting. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube for more incredible recovery missions. Today's mission was a success. The legendary Ferrari F355 recovered from the...
knowing. Team assembly, sharing discovery, the collective processing and building of shared purpose, ROV preparation, technological extension, the anticipation of confirmation and mechanical descent. Foss descending through water column, journey.
And this is it, the studies from 64 to 67. It details everything we needed for the project.
Incredible, Julia.
Hypothesis and triumph of technology. Surface celebration, collective triumph, the bonding of team, an extraordinary moment and shared witness.
It was raining that day in 1966. The road was slick, and the car just lost control.
Ligurian coast without human, landscape as protagonist, the persistence of place through human event and indifference of geography. Final exhibition.
We place the figure precisely here, creating a moment of revelation before they encounter the prototype.
And 2024, our OV footage, the bridge between lost past and present discovery aligned. Research vessel on calm Mediterranean morning, recovery operation assembling, the coordinated human effort to retrieve what time is hidden. Two divers descending along scale model, planning exhibition narrative, the architecture of storytelling and designed revelation decision. Transport truck on morning highway, 20-kilometer journey, the final transport from conservation abilities. Framer mounting print behind museum glass, the craft of presentation and frame as authority. Preparator hanging framed photograph, checking level, the institutional validation of artistic interpretation. Visitor comparing photo classified transport to public road. Corrado driving through night rain, hands on wheel.
Why is it
the solitude
special?
of responsibility and concentration of secret transport. Coastal road in worsening storm, the exposure of human intention to natural the archivist's discovery, and beginning of 15-year wait. Julia typing 2014 memo, institutional indifference, the frustration of knowledge without power and private resistance. Insurance investigator examining sonar data, unrelated search, the accident of discovery and extraordinary hiding in data. Marin signing survey contract, routine job, the unknowing step toward destiny and blindness to future significance. Håkon Drift departing Oslo Harbor, 2,000-kilometer journey, the melancholy of departure and excitement of mission. Marin and galley marking chart position, the ordinariness of approach masking approaching significance. Arrival at Ligurian.
Thank you for watching and supporting. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube for more incredible recovery missions. Today's mission was a success. The legendary Ferrari f355 recovered from the
Numbers shifting, the terror and exhilaration of impossible data and solitary knowing. Team assembly, sharing discovery, the collective processing and building of shared purpose. Our OV preparation, technological extension, the anticipation of confirmation and mechanical descent. FOSS descending through water column, journey to verification, the machine as witness and prosthetic. First contact, roof emerging from silt, the verification of impossible hypothesis and triumph of technology. Surface celebration, collective triumph, the bonding of team in extraordinary moment and shared witness. Marin at porthole, solitary moment, the personal connection to family history and inheritance of retrieval. Ligurian coast without human, landscape as protagonist, the persistence of place through human event and indifference of geography. Final exhibition, 10-year-old boy alone.
Prototype 7-F, development mule, 1964-1966. Lost Ligurian coast, 14 February 19...
And irony of professional purpose. First team meeting, ordinary briefing, the routine that precedes revelation and transformation. Magnetometer screen at 3:47 a.m. Numbers shifting, the terror and exhilaration of impossible data and solitary knowing. Team assembly, sharing discovery, the collective processing and building of shared purpose.
Project 7F is authorized. The mid-engine V8 is our path forward, gentlemen. We start today.
To verification, the machine as witness and prosthetic. First contact, roof emerging from silt, the verification of impossible hypothesis and triumph of technology. Surface celebration, collective triumph, the bonding of team in extraordinary moment and shared witness. Marin at porthole, solitary moment, the personal connection to family history and inheritance of retrieval. Ligurian coast without human, landscape as protagonist, the persistence of place through human event and indifference of geography.
Thank you for watching and supporting. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube for more incredible recovery missions. Today's mission was a success. The legendary Ferrari f355 recovered from the
Marin at porthole, solitary moment, the personal connection to family history and inheritance of retrieval.
As you can see on the sonar data here, the depth contours are stable. We'll trace the primary route along this line before the final sweep.
This reading here, this is definitive proof of an object.
Wait, you mean it's actually there? We need to mobilize the submersible immediately.
Coast, same water as 1966. The persistence of place and irony of professional purpose. First team meeting, ordinary briefing, the routine that precedes revelation and transformation. Magnetometer screen at 3:47 a.m. Numbers shifting, the terror and exhilaration of impossible data and solitary knowing. Team assembly, sharing discovery, the collective